So you did speak about earlier on, I did speak about like having to build and consistently scale yourself. So look, we're in 2024. There's a lot of garbage content out there, right? So I want to talk about the current state of content creation, especially when it comes to sports and especially in the Knicks space. What do you like the most and what do you like the least about where we're currently at right now?
Sure. So what I like the most is that there are no barriers of entry to making content. You have your phone, that's your camera, and that's your TV all in one. And so on any platform, you just hit the record button, you hit the live button, and there you go. That's your first episode. So there's no excuse for the person out there that wants to do this. You can do it, and so but you just have to apply yourself. So what I like is that the independent content creator is garnering more and more credibility and respect than ever before. Like if you look at examples, Cleveland Cavaliers, they brought in, these independent podcasters. They are now one of the official podcasters of the Cleveland Cavaliers. I love what John Boy Media is doing with the Yankees.
Yep.
I mean, this is a historic team like the New York Yankees, one of the most original teams in all of sports. And they're bringing in this guy who he's got his own show on Yes Network. Yep. He's got multiple shows on Yes Network. They've got Aaron Boone. Yep. So they've understood how to kind of intertwine with that independent content creator. Looking at our own example, our relationships with ESPN, with different brands like a Puma that allows us to have those, collaborations with an RJ Barrett or bringing Kendrick Perkins on the show. Like there's just more and more respect for what the independent content creator is able to do. And so that's certainly what I value the most. What I like the least in terms of just sports content right now.
Yeah, sports content right now in your space.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything I like the least, because I would say, especially when it comes to the bigger, more national names, like the ESPNs of the world, the more they get wrong in the Knicks, the more people come to Knicks Fan TV.
So you're like,
I say keep it up, right?
Keep it up, yeah.
But I think that's it. From a fan perspective, when the team is playing on a national stage, whether it's an ESPN or a TNT, a lot of those analysts they get lazy with the coverage. They get lazy with their analysis. All it takes is, if you don't have time to watch a game, all it takes is hire a research guy. Even like a Stephen A. Smith. How do you afford to get things wrong about the Knicks? Well, you making the money there. You're the main guy there. You got a research guy right behind you. Yeah. Do the research.
Yeah.
But again, that is why the fan has looked for alternative sources
of information
for their information. Oh. And it's come to our delight. Because it was once said that you can't be a fan and do this. But now what we're showing is it's actually the preferred route.
It's preferred route
to go to.
And I tell people all the time, the headline names, whether Stephen A. Smith or whoever, the guy inside the NBA on TNT, those are entertainment shows at the end of the day, right? So there's no secret as to why they're saying certain things. I know they're saying certain things because, when you agitate a Knicks fan for whether it's false or true, they're going to click on it. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, it's all about click, and that's where the data is driving, right? They just want engagement with their platform and their video. And part of the reason why I started going more towards independence, such as yourself, for sources of information is because I just got so tired of hearing that. Because at one point it was a sort of like, okay, it was every once in a while. Now it's just every show. It's just nonsense, right? I'm not trying to go in to try to listen to nonsense. I actually want to be an informed fan. I want to be entertained, but I also want accurate stats, right? So I think it's just gotten to the point where it's just so ridiculous. And some of these people who used to play the game are saying things, especially about the Knicks, that are not even true.
Yeah.
And it affects the casuals. I.e., example, this guy right here. He was on the Julius. Oh, we got to trade Julius bandwagon. Save it for 10 minutes. We're about to get there. We're about to get there. There's a lot of people who believe in that. And I'm going to say, how do you replace 25 and 10?
Right.
How do you just do that? Tell me, give me the trade that actually works, not fantasy basketball, because a lot of people like to do fantasy basketball trades.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll get to that in a few minutes. Sure. But I just think with the rise of social media, right, and with the rise of independent content creation, do you think has it helped the quality of the content creation that you're doing in your space? And also, what role does authenticity play?
Sure. Yeah, I think it definitely has. Well, both. I think it can help and I think it can hurt. Where I think it helps is that you just have those new voices and those people who are zagging when others are zigging. For example, outside of what we do, you look at what my guys at Knicks Film School do.
Yeah.
In terms of how they look at their content, whether it's, the newsletters that they're doing or their film breakdowns, that's just a different way of producing that content, but it's still a professional manner. It's still objective.
Yep.
And it's something different than what's out there. Caitlin Cooper, another person, she covers the Pacers. I mean, she breaks it down scientifically, to a T. Yeah. Right? She'll tell you what Halliburton had for lunch before he went to the game and why that improved the angles off the glass and all this. Like, she's that detailed with it. And so I think it does establish those people as well. And then on the flip side, with social media, it brings a lot more toxicity, which I think kind of hampers the conversations around the game. It's the GOAT talk. This guy's the greatest. This guy's the greatest. This guy stinks. That guy stinks. And then, you have the people that are kind of hiding behind the anonymity to try to bring others down. Right. And so I think that does cloud the arena a little bit. But as long as people, look for the sources of good analysis, objectivity, positivity, there's plenty out there for you to have. And then what role does authenticity play? I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Especially in today's environment. The authenticity to me is been a big driving factor for the success of Knicks Fan TV. Like, when we go on the road or even just out here at Madison Square Garden, like when I go live after a game and there's people like you who's watching from Dubai or people watching from California and they're like, yo, I miss home. Like, yo, man, you bring us closer to the game. I've had several people say that. Yeah. You bring us closer to home. You bring us closer to home. True. And it's because people in me, they see themselves. Yeah. Right? And that's just all I am. I don't try to be anything more. I don't try to be anything else. Like, this is just me. This is the package. If you like it, tap in. If not, and you have options. That's what I tell people all the time.
So much so I flew back from some watch parties. Man, I came back for the Lakers joint.
Right.
And I went for the one at Slate where Marbury was there. Oh my God, man.
Right.
Like I'll do it at the end, but those watch parties are A1, man.
And it's just all of us.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody are like mine. We coming in peace, coming in unity, and we watching the team that we rock with.
Yeah, exactly.
How important is it for your platform to get, I guess, to that corporate level or get the cosign of the NBA or ESPN or New York Knicks? Or can you just do it on your own and keep it independent? And is the Knicks fan base enough to support that?
Yeah. I think what you're seeing now, especially with other content creators, like if you look at like Pat McAfee, you're looking at what my guy Ariel Helwani is doing. Yeah. They have established their brand independently, but now they've grown their brand to a point where they're now partnering and collaborating with the major networks. And so it creates, it makes good business sense to do so. Because these networks now, they don't have to take the time to build up a fan base. They're bringing you in. You have your audience. They're taking their technical and production expertise, and you're making magic that way. So I think that's where the business model is going. That's where we're going to continue to go, is maintaining our independence, but also being open to those collaborations. And so over time, it brought me to SNY as an analyst, as a studio analyst. We've done content collaborations with SNY, PIX 11, Fox 5 News, ESPN, going on the Max Kellerman show. So it's a nice synergy now between the independent side and the corporate side.